What's up, guys? Welcome to the party. I was rolling down the freeway yesterday in LA. Guy rolled up next to me and told me that I had chains dragging. You might recall we did some work here on the box. Installed the chain hanger and Radial liner on the, or Dura liner on the front facing pieces. But what I didn't notice when we did that is that there's this opening back here where things can fall out, and guy rolled up next to me and was screaming and yelling that I had a chain dragging, and what it done is it made its way up out of here. So I was going to weld a piece of steel over here this morning to try to keep that from happening, when I realized the welds broke. I mean, look at this. It's shit welds. My teenagers can weld better than that. So, I mean, this was done by the Big Tex pros. Look at that. That's crap. That's shit. It never even penetrated the steel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a floor jack under here, jack it up where it needs to be, and then weld it up properly. I might even put a little gusset in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get to that point. But yeah, look at that. That thing almost lost it. So that's the project for today. I don't know. It feels like we've been here before. I'm out of welding wire once again. You've maybe seen some of the other projects. We do a lot of welding around here, it seems like, these days, and I keep running out of welding wire. You think I'd be smart enough now to keep it around, but in this case, I didn't even plan on doing any welding. it was kind of a surprise project that I got to pick up. I was actually kind of planning on relaxing today. Had a good week. I didn't film much, mainly because, you know, I wanted to get in and out and stay busy. And I just felt like it was the thing to do, and I really wish I would have. Had a really good week. Had loads all week long. I did get screwed down on the Mexican border for about a half a day, but broker came through with an extra $250 to make up for it. $275, so it was worth it. But ended the week with this container. It's going up to Cedar City, Utah tomorrow, Monday, and then I've already got a 3/4 ton Chevy going back down to Phoenix. I'm going to try to pair something else up with it, take up that extra deck space, and then I think that's going to be it, unless I maybe do a little local something or other around the Phoenix area for Wednesday, and then we're coming home for Thanksgiving. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to have Dylan grab some welding wire on his way back out here, and I'll let him finish up the project. He really likes to weld. My daughter's getting into it too, which is kind of cool. But anyway, you can see here, this is the chain that was dragging. That was brand new chain. I haven't even used them yet, and it's already beat up. I might have to replace that. DOT man might not like that. So yeah, lucky me. Life of a hot shotter, I guess. I signed up for it. But yeah, that's it. The truck sure squats quite a bit too. That thing's only about 10,000 pounds. But yeah, the Valcrum axle caps are working out really, really well. One thing I'll tell you about those, I don't know if you can tell now, but if you get these Valcrum axle caps, they've got a little breather hole right here. And if you park your trailer, like on that hill right there, and that oil gets up over that breather cap, you can kind of see how this one is a little bit wet. That oil kind of weeps out of that breather hole. So anyway, I was supposed to deliver this pipe to Ocotillo, California. Ocotillo, California is about 30 miles north of the Mexican border. And the address that they gave me didn't exist. So when I got down to Ocotillo, I made a quick phone call, and well, I say quick, it wound up to be several phone calls, and finally located the man that we needed to speak with to deliver. He told me to come on down the road about a mile from where I was at, and I'd see the job site. Got down there, found the job site, and then he says, follow me. I followed him 30 miles south into the desert to the border wall that was being built down along the U.S.-Mexican border. And once I arrived down there, they told me they were shut down. They'd been shut down for several days. But this particular time that I was there, they were like literally shut down. No equipment can move, nothing. Like I was literally stuck there. I couldn't move. They said there was some Indian officials coming in to have a look around because they had found some bones earlier in the week, human bones. So we couldn't move until after they were done. So I was unstrapping my load. A load of pipe back there. And they told me to immediately stop. We're on standby. We're being shut down. We're waiting for and this is it, a caravan of folks from the tribes. to come through. Apparently the guys have been shut down for the last few days because they found some bones back here where they're working. And so lucky me, I showed up just in time to get shut down. I'm not sure how long we're waiting. I asked the guy here and he had no idea because he wasn't sure. Because nothing like this has ever happened here. They've never been shut down before, so lucky me. Well, luckily, once they got there, they basically said, no, it's not necessary. Go ahead and, get back to work, do what you got to do. You're not going to interfere with us. So we offloaded the pipe. And just like that, we're stuck. They then told me that some of the pipe was to go to this location where I delivered to, and then some of the other pipe was to go to another location further down the road. Problem was, that particular area is where the bones were, and that area was shut down. So we had to go back out that 30-mile road that I just came in on. After that, this is after they had sorted the pipe, and then we had to reload it. The portion of the load that was going back to the other location onto the trailer. I was trying to call the broker that I booked the load through, and every time I dialed his number, I would get a message in Spanish basically telling me that the call cannot be completed as dialed. Okay, so after all that screwing around, now we're on our way to a second location to drop the other half of that load that they had to basically tear apart, and then they threw half of it back on the trailer. Had to strap it down again and head back to this second location Yeah, this place is a shit show. So I had to basically commit and go through with everything. And then, of course, as we made our way to the next location, I was 30 miles from the border and able to call. He says, don't worry, we'll make it right. And sure enough, he did. We had to go about another, it was almost 30 miles. I think it was 27 miles because I zeroed out my odometer so that I could, note all the extra services that this guy was going to have to reimburse me for. Got down there. Basically, they didn't have a loader. The guys just unstrapped the load and came over, and they just kind of pushed it off to the side of the road and then rolled them up wherever they wanted them. It's a pretty light load. And turned around and got out of there. And by the time I got back on the road, the broker had come through with another $275. So turned out to be a pretty decent deal. However, it did screw me out of picking up my other load, the next load, which is the container that I've got here. However, I contacted that broker, let him know what was going on, and he was cool with it. That also, getting this, set me back for the next load, which is that 3/4 ton truck up in Cedar City, Utah, that's going down to Phoenix. Called him. He was cool with it, so I didn't lose anything but some time. And it also allowed me to be home for the weekend. So awesome, I guess. Definitely a cool week. There was a bunch of other stuff. Ran up through Fresno, Vegas. Let's see. I went from here to Havasu, dropped the air conditioner in Havasu, up to Vegas, dropped off coiled steel. I got some pictures of that. And then went on into, where'd that steel go? I went up to Fernley, Nevada, which is near Reno. From there, I loaded in Fernley some insulation panels. Those went down to Bakersfield. Then in Bakersfield, I loaded up those pipe that went down to Mexico. So it was a busy week. Had loads on the trailer every day of the week. So it was awesome. Went through Reno just as the storm was coming in. Caught a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow. They were setting up to check for chains. Guess where my chains are? They were here in the garage, doing absolutely nothing for me. Dude, I'm looking for that. So, anyway, that's it, people. I didn't record much this week because I wasn't sure. Well, I really wanted to focus on loading safely, getting in and getting gone. And I just, I need to get a rhythm, And I've been doing dry van for so long that, I did flatbed for a short time many years ago. And so it's all coming back to me now. But, it's not something you want to joke around with. It's a huge safety issue. And I want to do it as safe and as safe as possible. And I think that, I was just afraid to try and focus on the camera and the load securement and all those things at the same time. It was just too much. But what I did do is I took pictures of the load, various loads, so that I could demonstrate it was in good shape when I picked it up. It was in good shape when I dropped it off. Nothing happened, at least on my watch. So that's where I got these photos from. But yeah, I'll try to get some video as the weeks progress. But right now I just want to get, my rhythm down. And maybe I'll start recording a little bit more. But that's kind of where we're at for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The Outlaw Nation, it's on the rise.